Well, every year we here at 7 News on Your Side look back at some of the biggest and most impactful events that happened around the DMV. This morning, we're breaking down the top 10 local stories of the year. Here are numbers 10 through 6. Number 10, City Shakeup. Muriel Bowser is the second D.C. mayor ever to win election at least 3 times. But after more than a decade in office, in late November, she announced she will not run for a 4th term. 2 weeks later, we learned D.C. Police Chief Pamela Smith is resigning. Her department has been accused of manipulating crime statistics, which she denies.
Never would I compromise my integrity.
Also this year, former Fox News host Jeanine Pirro took over as U.S. Attorney for D.C., promising to crack down on teen crime.
And they get to do yoga and arts and crafts. Enough. It changes today.
Number 9, The Squatter. 7 News broke the story of Roshane Douglas's fight to get her home back. She says a squatter rented her place on Airbnb in March, then never left. The alleged squatter, Shadija Romero, told 7 News she was a tenant with rights. But our Felicia Ashley found she had been taken to court multiple times before for not paying rent. In December, a judge ruled in Douglas's favor, and she now has her home back. Meanwhile, city leaders are considering changing rental laws. Number 8, Alex Ovechkin. On April 6th, in the second period of a road game against the New York Islanders, the Capitals' Alex Ovechkin scored the 895th goal of his career, breaking Wayne Gretzky's all-time NHL record. In November, Ovechkin made history again, becoming the first player ever to score 900 goals. Number 7, Virginia's Blue Wave. Not only did Democrat Abigail Spanberger easily win the Virginia governor's race, but Democrats swept all statewide races, even winning Attorney General, despite texts showing candidate Jay Jones had joked about shooting a former Republican House Speaker and discussed what it would mean if that former Speaker's children died. Democrats also scored massive wins in the House of Delegates. Next year, their majority will go from a narrow 2 seats to 28 seats. Number 6, Capitol Jewish Museum shooting. A gunman who later shouted "Free Palestine" is accused of murdering Israeli embassy staffers Sarah Milgram and Yaron Lashinsky, who were planning to get married. The killings happened outside an event at the Capitol Jewish Museum in D.C. on May 21st. Suspect Elias Rodriguez is charged with committing murder and an anti-Semitic hate crime. If convicted, he could face the death penalty.
Every year, 7 News on Your Side looks back at some of the biggest and most impactful events that happened around the DMV. Our Tom Rousey is breaking down the top 10, and here are the last ones, 5 through 1.
Number 5, ICE. President Trump ordered ICE to crack down on illegal immigration from the border to right here in the DMV. One local case drawing national attention involved Kilmar Abrego Garcia, who is from El Salvador, is in the country illegally, and was accused of being an MS-13 gang member. ICE arrested him in Beltsville in March. The Trump administration deported him to El Salvador in violation of a court order protecting him from being sent back there over fears for his safety. When he finally returned to the U.S., he was charged in connection with human smuggling in Tennessee. As the year ends, Abrego Garcia is back in Beltsville as his case makes its way through the court system. Number 4, the stadium deal. The team, now called the Commanders, used to play at RFK Stadium, but since 1997 has played in Landover. D.C. officials have long said the team belongs back in the city, and in 2025, they got their wish. In April, the mayor and the team announced a deal, and in September, the D.C. Council approved a $3.7 billion plan to put a 65,000-seat indoor stadium on the RFK site. Unlike the first time, this time housing and a lot of other development will go along with it. Number 3, the surge and the National Guard. In August, President Trump declared a crime emergency in D.C. that for 1 month gave the administration broad powers over MPD. A number of federal law enforcement personnel were also assigned to help keep the city safe, And months later, MPD is still working more closely with federal law enforcement. Trump also called in the National Guard, and as the year ends, there are still more than 2,000 troops here. The day before Thanksgiving, 2 West Virginia National Guard members were shot in Northwest D.C. Sarah Beckstrom was killed, and Andrew Wolf of Berkeley County survived serious injuries. An Afghan immigrant has been charged in connection with that shooting. Number 2, the mid-air collision. There had not been a deadly commercial airline crash in the United States in 16 years until the night of January 29th, when an Army Black Hawk helicopter collided with American Eagle Flight 5342 over the Potomac River. 67 people died. In the months afterward came stunning revelations from the NTSB, including that the airspace near Reagan National Airport had seen 15,000 near misses in the years before the crash, yet nothing was done to address the problem. In direct response to the collision, the Transportation Department has launched an effort to modernize air traffic control nationwide and has banned most helicopter flights near DCA. Also, many family members of those who died have become aviation safety advocates. Number 1, federal workers. It was a year unlike any other for federal workers. The day he was inaugurated, President Trump ordered most of them back to the office 5 days a week, and in the months that followed, DOJ fired workers in large numbers. It's estimated 260,000 federal workers, many of them in the D.C. area, were either fired, retired early, or took buyouts. Then in the fall came the longest government shutdown in U.S. history, 43 days without paychecks, leaving thousands of federal workers scrambling to pay the bills and to pay for basic needs like food and housing. For the massive impact 2025 had on the federal workforce, it's our top story of the year.